Speaking notes of the Honorable Kamla Persad Bissessar, SC, MP political leader of the United National Congress, leader of the opposition UNC campaign meeting. Aranguez Savannah, Saturday, April 26, 2025. Trinidad and Tobago, yellow is the code, happiness is the code, positivity is the code, love is the code. Thank you for joining us here today in Aranguez. As I start this evening, I start with a few words of gratitude to the UNC membership. You have carried me for many years, seeing me fight for you from when I was a young woman in the first UNC government to now. My body has aged from the years of battering, bruising, humiliation, ridicule, abuse, and insults. I have been called the worst things anyone can be called. I have been called Jamet, drunk, dog, and every nasty word in between, but to you, my loving UNC rank and file members, I was always Kamla. But through it all, I never became angry or bitter because in my darkest moments, I always had the love and comfort of the loyal rank and file UNC membership. I want to thank you for caring for and loving me. Yes, I accept that my body appears old now. It looks small and frail, but inside this body is the mind and heart of a mother that is filled with love, a mother to all of you. Was I perfect? No, I wasn't, and I humbly say sorry to my loyal rank and file UNC membership for that. I did make mistakes, but as a good mother, I was never ashamed to be with you. I was never ashamed of where we came from. I stood for you and never backed down from any fight to defend you. A mother's love only grows as the years go by, so there is more love today in this small body for you than there ever was. And when I am gone, as we all eventually go, I want you to remember these words from one of my favorite songs. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you've dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness, but above all this, I wish you love, and I will always love you. UNC family, you have had leaders before me, you will have leaders after me, but you will never ever have a leader who loves you more than I do. My role as a leader is simple. It is to love you and to do everything possible to make you and your loved ones happy. That is why I have selected these men and women behind me as candidates for the general election. Today, our great party rallies around these men and women chosen to restore love and happiness to your lives. I dedicate this general election campaign to the 99% who have been abandoned for the past 10 years, the real people whom this government has abandoned. Every person has the power to make others happy. Some do it simply by entering a room, others by leaving the room. Some individuals leave trails of gloom, others trails of joy. Some leave trails of hate and bitterness, others trails of love and harmony. Some leave trails of cynicism and pessimism, others trails of faith and optimism. Some leave trails of criticism and resignation, others trails of gratitude and hope. Our election campaign has been clean, positive, policy-driven, multi-layered on a platform of unity, love, happiness, and people-centered all the way. You have heard our people-centered policies and plans because we are a people-centered political party. We ran a campaign based on optimism, faith, gratitude, and love. We ran a campaign that everyone can be proud of. Our campaign has left a trail of happiness and harmony. UNC Coalition, take a bow. You have done well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. During this campaign, the bravest amongst us stood up for one another, speaking up against fake elitist greed and the oppression of citizens, lobbying for the rights of the differently abled, the abused, the people suffering in silence, the poor and working classes, and those wanting a better life for themselves and their children. Patriotism for the UNC is ensuring that everybody is treated fairly. Patriotism is ensuring everybody wins. When UNC wins, everybody wins. Patriotism doesn't mean allowing the majority of citizens to suffer while a greedy few do better and better. Patriotism doesn't mean staying silent to eat a food while the poor and working classes are being abused or taken advantage of. The UNC believes that the nation of Trinidad and Tobago is founded upon principles that acknowledge the supremacy of God, faith in fundamental human rights and freedoms, the position of the family in a society of free men and free institutions, the dignity of the human person, and the equal and inalienable rights with which all members of the human family are endowed by their Creator. The UNC respects the principle of justice and therefore believes that the operation of the economic system should result in the material resources of the community being so distributed as to serve the common good, that there should be adequate means of livelihood for all. The UNC is adamant that labor should not be exploited or forced by economic necessity to operate in inhumane conditions, but there should be opportunity for advancement on the basis of recognition of merit, ability, and integrity. The UNC recognizes that men and institutions remain free only when freedom is founded upon respect for moral and spiritual values and the rule of law. It's about what matters most. In striving for fairness and equal opportunity, we are all united. A fair chance is all that people want, a fair chance to earn opportunities to live happy lives, a fair chance to protect their families. The Stuart Young Rowley PNM has clearly shown that it is about elitism, nepotism, greed, recusals, and selfishness. It is about making the Eat a Food financiers richer while the hard-working, salt-of-the-earth people become poorer. They spent $530 billion, $500 billion in 10 years, to make Stuart's daddy's financiers richer while mocking you with glibness about coal pots, bicycles, and no macaroni pie. This election is not about smears, insults, and abuse as you have seen from the PNM. It's about what matters most. You and your family. It's about your children, your grandchildren, and your future. It's about your right to live safely, dream boldly, and thrive freely in this land we call home. For 10 years, you have carried the heavy burden of a PNM government that told you to survive on less while they raised their salaries. A government that wants to cut your pensions while it increases its own. A government that has treated your struggles like an irritation, because when you spoke about your problems, they accused you of bad talking them. And while they dance, sweep, joke, and mock your pains, the quality of life for our citizens continues to decline. Today, a family is grieving because 3 sisters were victims of a home invasion yesterday. A home invasion where 2 of the sisters were raped and the other beaten. 3 sisters, 25, 21, and 19, terrorized, beaten, raped, and robbed inside their own home. 3 young women were mentally, emotionally, and physically tortured in their own homes for hours. Some of you don't care because it's not your wife, sister, daughter, or niece, but today the rain is falling on that family's house. Tomorrow, if the PNM remains, it will fall on yours. Don't let this happen to your family. You vote for the UNC, and we will give you stand-your-ground laws, home invasion laws, and legal firearms. And when these brutal rapists and violent criminals attempt to invade your homes, you load up your Matic, light them up, empty the whole clip, and when you're done, knock it on them, knock it again, then call my name, Kamla. We have a real plan, and we are ready to deliver. We have presented our manifestos on justice reform, anti-crime, health, education, labor, AI and new media, cannabis industry, agriculture, youth development. We have our economic transformation plan. If you have not yet done so, go to our website and Facebook pages to read them. Stuart Young and his daddy are selling you the same tired insults and smears. Their Eat Our Food financiers, helped by Rowley, have stolen the PNM party from the PNM membership and gifted it to Stuart. Now they are attempting to steal the country from the citizens. So, again, I invite all citizens into the home of the UNC coalition, a home where you are the first priority, a home where your children have a bright future, a home where everybody knows your name. Because this country is not to be owned by a fake Eat a Food elite. It belongs to everybody. That is why everybody will win under the UNC. That you are not just casting a vote for the UNC when you walk into that polling station on Monday. You are taking back your future from the fake elites. You are defending your family from criminals. You are standing up for every community. You are fighting for every child. Trinidad and Tobago is too blessed to be broken. You need to know that your government cares about the same things you do, that it understands your experiences, ambitions, and fears. On this stage, you see persons who have lived through many of the same shared experiences as most of you. People who get their positions solely because of nepotism, name recognition, or purchasing it will never care for you and represent you properly because they will never understand you. Theirs is only what their daddy gave them. Only nepotism and favoritism, never hard work and sacrifice like each of you does every day. Almost every one of you has been unfairly treated and lost opportunities that you earned to some lazy, unqualified person whose daddy had influence. You work hard every day and then poof, someone parachutes into the position you earned because their father knows somebody or their father's name. A leader who was gifted their position because of nepotism will never look out for your interests. Your government will have to make decisions on your behalf, not on behalf of only 1% of the population. Which party do you believe will serve you? The people. Only the UNC will serve the people. When you go to vote, consider the UNC's plans and policies and those of our opponents. Consider what the UNC is willing to do that our opponents can't and won't, such as giving you a fair wage and back pay, standing your ground laws and legal firearms. Consider all the people-centered policies and projects the UNC did for you in 5 years and what the PNM could have done for you in 10 years but never did. Consider the comparisons in the backgrounds, experiences, abilities, and personalities of all your candidate choices, and the clear decision is that the UNC coalition and I are best suited to take care of you and your family. Only leaders who walk the same roads as you in life can truly understand your feelings, pains, and ambitions to make decisions in your best interest. Only leaders who share your life experiences can love you and your children as you should be loved. Election day is for your grandparents who rely on their pensions so they don't have to worry about them being taken away by young. Election day is for children falling behind in school because they have no teacher, cannot afford textbooks, and need laptops to do their assignments. Election day is for the people who worked hard to get qualified, but still sit at home depressed because he or she can't get a job because someone else got it because their daddy has connections. Election day is for the thousands of public service workers who work tirelessly to deliver government services and have been insulted with 4%. Election day is for the mother walking the aisles of the grocery store with her children and a calculator in her hand because food prices keep rising. When a child picks up a snack, she must not have to tell that child to put it back because she can't afford it. So as I close, I want to tell you that your life won't change by itself. It needs your touch. There is no cost to vote, but the cost of not voting could be your life. That is not a risk you want to take. There is a saying, so you make your bed, so shall you lie. That means your life is always best lived when you actively create it. It is no exaggeration to say that under the PNM, everybody is a nobody. Who are you now under this PNM government? Nobody. Do you have a voice? No. Are you safe? No. Do you feel you have rights? No. Who listens to you in this government? Nobody. You honestly don't want to spend another day of your life as a nobody under this government. You add value to your life when you take an interest in what matters most. And by voting on Monday for the UNC coalition, you will ensure that you choose a government that is interested in your life. Better days are possible because you have lived them before under the UNC. You have seen laptops in your children's hands. You have seen new hospitals open their doors. You have seen affordable fuel, groceries within reach, and dignified jobs. You have seen what happens with a caring UNC government. Vote for no property tax, vote for lower fuel prices, vote to leave senior citizens' pensions alone, vote to open the gate for our children's education, vote to create 50,000 jobs, vote against a cashless society, vote to give the public servants their increases, vote to let the doctors visit our elderly at their homes, vote to give our citizens access to legal firearms to protect their homes and families. April 28th will be the day we say no to this bully government. On April 28th, the sun will rise and shine its light on us all. Don't go to work on election day. Go to vote early, take your car and phone, and spend the day carrying our voters to the polling stations. This is your way to contribute. Everyone is asking how to help. Well, this is how you can help. Become our election day machinery on April 28th. Election day is one day off from work for the next 5 years. You don't need a poll card to vote. They will make a poll card for you at the polling station if you don't have one. God has brought us to this point. God has given us the strength. God has given us the resilience. God has given us the purpose. And it is He who will take us to victory on election day. And when God says yes, nobody can say no. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. You have had leaders before me, you will have leaders after me, but you will never ever have a leader who loves you more than I do. I love you all.